guys, this is Nicole. I'm going to be showing you how to do an ice cream cake tutorial today. So we're going to start with the different things that you're going to need, and then I will give you kind of step-by-step instructions on how to assemble your cake. So the first thing you're going to want to have is any kind of cake mix. And if you have a spring-loaded pan like I do, instead of 2 round cakes, you can use dental floss to split the cakes in half. Then what you're going to want for your pie crust, you can either do it with Oreos. I'm going to be doing it with graham crackers today, so I have graham crackers. You just need 1 packet, so it comes out to be like a cup and a half. You're going to need 6 tablespoons of butter, and the recipe calls for 1/3 of a cup of white sugar, but I'm going to be using 1/6 of a cup of honey instead. Then you're going to have your icing. I'm going to be using this vanilla icing, but I'm going to be adding some raspberry extract to it. And then I've got raspberry jam to use for the 2 layers. To use for the layer in between my cakes. So I've already done my lemon cake. I split it in half using floss. It was the first time that I've ever done it with the floss, so it came out a little bumpy. That's okay, we won't tell anybody. And I've already done my graham cracker crust, so I will post below the directions on how to do that. And then I've got vanilla ice cream that I'm going to be using next. So I'm going to start with my pie crust, with my cake and my raspberry. So let me try to figure out how I can get this to hang out here. Okay, great. So I'm going to be taking my raspberry jam and I'm going to spread a nice layer. You can use really anything for filling. I kind of like using jam just because it adds a nice contrasting color. So this cake is actually going to be a birthday cake for one of the ladies in the MQ group, Kim. She's a youngin', so I'm making her a cake, and hopefully she likes it. So, oopsies. Did not mean to do that. So I tried making a video before and it turned out to be a disaster, really just because both my kids were crying and you couldn't actually hear anything I said. So luckily I like making these cupcakes enough that I knew it would be only a short time before I made another one. Okay. Oopsies. Great. So, jam is done. I'm going to put my other layer back on top. And it's kind of okay if it crumbles a little bit because you're going to be covering it with icing anyway. Okay. Great. So that's my layer of cake. Now I'm going to be turning over to my pie crust. I'm going to be adding vanilla ice cream. Again, you can use whatever flavor of ice cream you want. It's totally up to you. The best thing to do is to let it get a little soft. So I just pretty much set my ice cream out while I was assembling all these ingredients to show you. Just so it got a little bit softer and I could work with it a little bit better. Come on. There we go. Okay. And it's, again, totally up to you, however much ice cream or filling or lack of filling you want to use. Totally up to you. I'm actually, we'll keep this just in case I need more. Okay, so with my ice cream, I'm going to take a baggie, I'm going to flip it inside out, and I'm just going to put it around my hand so that I can press down on the ice cream and mold it to my pan a little bit better. This way you're not having freezing cold stuff on your hands and it's staying somewhat sanitary. And the nice thing if you use baggie is when you're done you can just flip it right side out and then just toss it away. So it's kind of nice that way. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just kind of pressing the ice cream in there. Okay, maybe just need just a little more ice cream. So as you can probably guess, I can only really do one take as I'm making this ice cream cake. I don't really get a lot of chances for do-overs. Well, I could, but it'd be very, very messy. So I apologize if it doesn't turn out radiant in the end. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. All right. So that is looking pretty good. So I'm going to turn my baggie inside out. And all your mess is inside and you can seal it. Totally up to you though. Use whatever you'd like. Okay. Now I'm going to add my cake back on top of the ice cream. And then, there we go. Ta-da. Okay. Sorry, as I keep going away to wash my hands. Okay, so now it's back in my pie mold, or cake mold. I'm going to take it over to the kitchen and we're going to work with the icing and we're going to do some microwaving. So, 1 second, guys. Sorry, I've got the dishwasher going. I probably shouldn't have done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my icing, I'm going to put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. I'm going to mix it, or stir it, and then I'm going to add in my raspberry icing, or raspberry extract, and I'm going to microwave it for another 15 seconds. Be sure that when you're microwaving your icing that you've taken the foil wrapping off, otherwise you're going to have some issues. I already did that, so no worries there. Okay, so I'm going to take my icing out. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add almost a full teaspoon of raspberry extract. I'm going to cap it and I'm going to go microwave it again. Okay, so here's my icing. It's pretty soft at this point, which is good. That's how I want it to be. I'm actually gonna taste a little bit of it to see if I need to add more raspberry extract. I've never actually added the extract before, so it should be interesting. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit more. All right, looks good. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna add this on top of my cake, and I'm gonna go in circles around. All right. Okay. All right, so while this is still kind of liquidy, I'm gonna go ahead and add some sprinkles on top. And now I'm gonna pop it back in the freezer, but there you go. Ice cream cake is done, and I'll take a picture once I let it sit in the freezer and Kim comes over to celebrate. And you'll see how it looks on the inside, and that's it. Okay ladies, hope you enjoy it. Hope you guys make some ice cream cakes of your own. Please take lots of pictures. I want to see what you've done. Thanks, bye.